Yo, 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 what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Trying to pull this up real quick, man, so I can have all the details just in case I forgot. Of course, Live Oak Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Prime Tech Studios, OGP Rose, Tip, Miss Tip, Tip Brandon, Miss Tip Brandon, Bella the bartender, all of us, you know what I'm saying? Want to thank y'all for all the support. Sorry, the management at Live Oak want to thank you for all your support and everything. So last year, March 1st, was we had been doing some things for at the beginning of the year. Nothing really huge, a few little small events, some paint and sips, some things like that, kind of getting to know each other. And when we did the big thing on March 1st, where we had all the people, 80 something people that performed, and a bunch of people that wanted to perform. So now that that happened, we did that at my house bar and grill. Because of my house's situation, which I won't dig in deep into that, we have decided to move locations this year to a more, more put together. No disrespect for them, they had a great run. But sometimes, you have to find other business partners in this business. So with that being said, we have moved this year's annual music festival, South Carolina Independent Artist Music Festival, over to Envee Bar and Grill right here on Park Lane Road. It's across the street from Slice. It's the block that the mall is in, you know what I mean? And it's just around the corner from where we were at last year at my house bar and grill. First of all, it was our first one last year. We had business partners. Some of them didn't want to do anything. Some of them had attitudes, rubbed a few people the wrong way once again. And also, I like to take responsibility for my own actions. I got upset a little bit and I was a little flustered. So, that's going to come with having 80 something people. No disrespect to anybody, but I have decided that Live Oak Entertainment has put on probably about 10 to 15, somewhere in between 10 and 15 shows, events, or something in that range, party, barbecues type, uh, employee appreciations, the artist appreciation. We have done so much in 2025, and then we still have 2 months left and have about two or three events planned between now and the end of the year. We feel with under the tutelage and management of Miss Tiffany Smalls, we feel like we can pull this off without having to seek outside help. So, we don't have to worry about, who's at the door, who's talking nasty, who's not doing what they're supposed to, who's catching a free ride, who's not putting in on flyers in time, who's not calculating this and calculating that. It's going to be ran a whole lot smoother. And once again, I want to say that's no disrespect to them, but those are the problems that I have been hearing about that event. And I am here to correct that. Once again, that event will be held at Envee's Restaurant and Bar, and it should be. It's not. It's not. Should be. It's a more upscale venue. Um, about the same amount of space, more seating. It should be go without a hitch. Good food, great food. You know what I'm saying? Great drinks, great atmosphere, very professional. Security. You know what I mean? Security. That's important. The security we had the last time was just kind of looking around, just watching. We had a couple incidents, and if I got to break them out, you taking me away from the show. We had an incident where that made the judges leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about that because that person, one of those people that were a part of that, is not here anymore. So much respect to that, and we're not going to talk about that, but it was so more. A lot of y'all have been bragging about that event, but it was so much behind the scenes that you didn't even realize. You know what I mean? A lot of hurt feelings, a lot of things that I had to patch up. Some things I haven't even been able to patch up. But anyway, Live Oak Entertainment, second annual Music Festival. We have 3 sponsors already. This is not going to be a competition this year where nobody's going to win a large amount of money. I want to say that. But what it is a documentary. It is a film that's going to be, we partner with Bag Life TV. We partner with a couple other people. And I'm talking to somebody. We partner with Prime Tech Studios. And I'm talking to somebody else that also has a streaming site of being able to exclusively put that on their streaming site. Also, we're going to also go to Prime Videos. Was it Amazon Prime? Was Prime, the streaming site Prime, Tubi. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to those two. Maybe we can get, we know the people at not, what's it called? That's Not TV, or what, we have a connection with them, and they're willing to stream also. So what's going to happen is huge exposure for the independent artists. What we're going to do is we're going to make it a 2-day event, and that's going to be February 27th and February 28th. Both of those days, I know on Friday is going to be tight because people still work and got to get their kids together. But on Friday, we're going to start at 4 o'clock and we're going to go to 10. On Saturday, we're going to start at 2 o'clock and go to 10. So out of those 50, you're probably only going to catch 20 artists on Friday and 30 artists on Saturday. There will be time slots. So if you miss those times, if there's room at the end, we'll try to slide you down. But if it's 4 or 5 people missing their slots, it's going to be very impossible for them to perform. And we're not going to do like last year and make a way. All artists will be able to sign up starting November the 1st. We're going to promote it the rest of this month. And then November the 1st, all artists can sign up. The artist will pay $50 to sign up. Last year, I had a bunch of artists that signed up that didn't show up. I also was able to fill in those spots, but I also had some artists that came in and didn't want to abide by the rules of how we had everything mapped out. I don't care about QR codes. That seems to be what everybody wants to do. We may have a QR code, you know what I mean, where you could do a sign-up sheet or whatever. You don't have to worry about me sending you all my music. You don't have to worry about any of my artists sending you all their music. Your QR code is strictly confidential and won't be used for our services. The only thing that we may send to your, in the QR code that we may send to your email is just time, dates, and updates. But after that, I run a bail bonds business. After that, we can delete all of your information out of our system and you won't receive any phone calls, emails, and any kind of sort of things like that. But in that QR code is just a simple questionnaire, the basics, name, email, that kind of thing. The most important thing that's in that QR code is a bio. And in that bio, we want you to explain your journey. Our producers that are going to be a part of that show that we already have lined up have agreed to take 5 of those artists and do an update documentary as part of our documentary where they're going to go to that person's hometown, interview family members, hear them sing, meet the engineers, you know what I mean? Just the all out, just a day, a couple hours with this artist and see their process, see what they're doing, talking to this artist, getting a more in-depth look at the artist. Now, the producers are going to pick those 5. During the show, everybody's going to get an interview and everybody's going to get a film of their performance. So you don't have to worry about having your sister tape your performance. They could do that, but you're going to get, all 50 people are going to get a video of their performance. And they're also going to get at least a 5 to 10 minute interview, a quick interview beyond those 5 that we're going to highlight in the documentary. At $50 also includes 1 drink. It also includes 1 drink. So, beverage of your choice. You know what I mean? You will be able to have you a drink to, you know what I mean, relieve the nerves and everything like that. It's also going to give you 5 free tickets that you can take and either give it to your people to come in and see you perform, or if you need money or you need, an outfit or whatever, you can sell those tickets. Those tickets are $20. Hence, how much the event costs to the public is $20. So it's $50 to sign up for the artist. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get 5 free tickets. They're gonna get a free drink. They're gonna get a performance video, and they're gonna get an interview video, all edited. And we should have those to you. If it's in February, we should have those to you by April. We're gonna work extremely hard to have that to you within 30 days. Okay. So, no prize money or anything like that, but what we will do is that on Friday we will raffle off two, because it's going to be a small amount of artists, probably only 20 artists on Friday. We're going to raffle off those 20 artists are going to have their name in a little bucket or whatever, and they're going to be pulled. Each one of those artists, if they win, they will win $100. Out of those 22 artists will be pulled to win $100. On Saturday, 3 artists will be pulled out of the following 30 to win $100 for a total of $500. We also will have, we haven't talked to him yet, but he's always been a part of this, and we will have one artist each day will win a Victor Chop video by Victor Chop Jones, one of the celebrity videographers that's done work with everybody. I can tell you this, out of all our competitions, only one person didn't get their video, and that was by choice. And he still has some slinging around ideas and wants to do to be perfect and whoop-de-whoop, but you know what I mean? We've done 3 shows where we offered videos for Chop, and even a couple times he threw in a free video for somebody. So he's gonna do that. Also, we always get it where somebody gets a mic drop done by Bag Life TV, and that will also be so too, where one artist per day will be picked to do something with Bag Life TV. Some very professional, some good looking videos. It doesn't take them all day. It doesn't take them all year to edit anything. You get everything back fast. It's cool. So just to recap that, so that nobody gets confused, we're gonna have 2 raffles on Friday, 3 raffles on Saturday. Just artists, no door prizes for anybody that you bring in like we usually do. This is all about the artist. So the artist is gonna get that raffle, and it's gonna be $100 a piece on Friday, $100 per pool on Saturday. Once again, it's $50 for the artist to sign up for this, but you get 2 videos of 1 interview, 1 video of your performance, and you also will be highlighted. You have a chance to be highlighted in the documentary with an exclusive at home in your hometown type interview. Now, after we start editing, we're gonna pick 5 other artists that we felt like were the most extreme between the collective of us, that were 5 of the best performances, and we're also gonna put that performance in the documentary. So even though we're gonna have the documentary with the people that have the best, the 5 that have the most interest in bio, we're gonna have, along with those 5, we're gonna also put in the video of the artist doing at least one song. We're gonna put in at least one song of the 5 of the best performances. So that's gonna be 10 artists that's highlighted in there, and the other 40 artists that aren't highlighted in those 2 categories, there'll also be, we may take bits and pieces of that interview and edit it into the documentary. So you are going to have a chance to be in the documentary. It may not highlight your song, but you're also going to have a chance to be in the documentary. They're gonna see your pictures. They're gonna see your photos. They're gonna see your name. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like that. You know what I mean? When you coming in, it's gonna be somebody there taping. Hey, how you doing? I'm such and such from, Marion, South Carolina, or whatever, wherever you're from. So you know what I mean. It may not be the whole interview, but you will have the interview where you can you can repost the interview and you can repost your performance without being in the, told fully in the documentary. Everybody's going to get in the documentary though, one way or the other. We will, as we get closer to the time, we will keep in touch with you guys. But as we get closer to the time, we'll go over Envee's rules. You know what I mean? This is an upscale place, a nice place to go in. It will be no going outside, drinking in the parking lot, having a ball in the parking lot. There, what I'm saying? We hope that, you will respect the venue by they got great food by eating there, having a drink or two there or whatever you need to do. You know what I mean? We no it would be no sagging, you know what I mean? The hip hop artists and the R&B artists that have music that have extreme cuss words in, we would ask you that between now, if you sign out between now and February, that you come up with some type of clean version, or so that we're gonna have some gospel artists there. They're probably gonna sign up. We're gonna have some other older artists and older people there that that may not want to hear the B word and the MF word. So we're gonna respect that this year. It's not gonna be all of that. It's not gonna be all that rah rah rah. You know what I mean? And if you don't respect the rules of Envee, you will be asked to leave. Also, the big thing is that each one of these nights will be headlined by a celebrity artist. So even though we're going to go through the independent artists, the last artist will be a celebrity artist. We're also going to have two DJs. I have two DJs in mind. You know what I mean? I know one of them is Prime Tech. You know what I mean? We'll look at the schedules and things like that. I don't think we have a problem with one of them's going to be Prime Tech. I would like to, offer another day to DJ Surplus, you know what I mean? Because he's the hottest independent DJ in South Carolina. So, you know what I mean? Independent artist DJ. So those are the two I have in mind. If one of them are busy and can't work, or one of them has some other obligations, we will be looking for DJs. That being said, I need all artists to have their music labeled and to the DJ within 30 days, not the same week or not the same day. There will be no walking up on the DJ. There will be no to the DJ. The DJ will already have your music, and we will already be listening to your music with the DJ before this event starts. We're not gonna be running up and doing this, and just like the time slots. If the DJ doesn't have your music, if it's not labeled, we went from 50 artists to 49 to 48 to 47. We're not going to accommodate anybody. So last year was not as professional as I wanted it. This year would be real professional because this is a documentary and we don't have time. We're filming. We don't have time for people to be walking up on the DJ and anything to be stopping, because we're going to pay a lot of money to put this documentary out in hopes that someone will buy this documentary and will see 50 of the best artists that South Carolina has to offer. So I think I covered everything between now and February. Once a month, I'll go over everything. Once the sign-in list starts, I'll be contacting those people personally, letting them know everything. And we should start doing the interviews, we should have between November and December, those 30 days, we should have all 50 artists already signed up. So sometime December 1st of December the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, we'll decide which 5 we're going to go to in between the month of December and maybe the second week in January. We will already complete those interviews. The other interviews, you know what I mean, in between those other interviews, all 50 people, We will try to come to you or have you come to our building, our location. If you're out of town, if you are performing that Friday, you can come in early and do your interview. That's totally up to you. If your show starts at 6 o'clock Friday, you could. If our show starts at 4 o'clock Friday, you're welcome that day to come in and do your interview one way or the other, so that we can get that interview on tape, for you, so you can have that. And if you get there early at the show, we'll have a podcast or something there where they can also tape your do your interview, whether it's with me, whether it's with Daniel Chestnut, whether it's with Patrick Rose, or whether it's with some podcast of our choice. You will get your interview. If you don't show up, you don't get your interview. So once you sign up, for hopefully we can have everybody signed up by the middle of November. You can go ahead and schedule your interview. You can go ahead and knock your interview out, whether it's on. We do podcasts every Wednesday and every other Friday. You know what I mean? And even if you get down to where you live far away and you can't come in until the day of the show, you can come in early, get your interview. It will be podcast people there. It will be people outside also. Just getting a brief interview with you and things like that. So it will be an opportunity to get your interview. That is on you. You know what I mean? To make that time and work. You know what I mean? Because we're putting together a huge show here. I think I covered everything. You know what I mean? This is going to be a great event. It's a great way to shine light on the independent artists. You know what I'm saying? We're also going to give away some awards that day, but they're going to be predetermined awards. We're going to give away about 10 appreciation awards to some of the artists are going to be in the show. Some of the people are videographers that are around, South Carolina. We're gonna present them with awards too. That they already be predetermined, and we'll call them and see if they want to attend. If not, we'll get their awards to them. So that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come to you the next time I come to you is like right when registration starts for November. And I'll come to you in November and kind of give you updates of who all have registered. It's $50 to perform in front of the world, because we're gonna send this stuff to the streaming networks. Like, I already have a deal with one streaming network, but this is going to Prime. This is going to Tubi. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be on Facebook. This is gonna be on YouTube. People look up South Carolina artists. They're gonna see the second annual South Carolina Music Festival. So this is gonna be huge. You know what I'm saying? We don't need any guest note speakers bringing down artists and talking down on independent artists. This is an independent artist celebration. Last year, we had so many people that were able to network. I seen so many people doing songs together, so many people that never met each other. They've done shows together. I even was able to network, and I met, great people like Jessica Gabriel, like Mimi Scott. I met at there people that I didn't know, Swag, Matt B, the artist who has become one of my artists. That was the first place we really met. We had talked on Facebook, but that was the first place that we met. Like, so many people was there, and so many people were able to network, and so many people are working together because of that. And that was a dysfunctional show, not totally dysfunctional, but really, really, really was put together by three people that don't even know each other and didn't live in the same town. So what you're gonna get this time is a way better show, way better experience. You know what I'm saying? Even if you like the last one, you know what I mean? This one's gonna be way better. So hey, you know what I mean? Let's sign up. It's $50. It's not a lot of money, you know what I mean? It's definitely not a lot of money between now and the cutoff date. To register will probably be New Year's, January the 1st. Since January 1st is a holiday, we'll go to January the 2nd. That'll be the cutoff date, but the cutoff date for the bios are probably going to be around the second week in December. So if you hadn't submitted your bio, you won't be highlighted. All right, I appreciate you guys, and thank you, man. It's Live Oak Entertainment for Life. Miss Tip Bella, the bartender, OGP Rose, Hip Hop Harry, Chill, got Jameer, you know what I'm saying, Carolina Royalty. We doing it big in the city, and we can't wait to, put together this event for you. Say Envee, thank you, Envee. I just want to say thank you, Envee. Forget that was my number one choice. I didn't want to go nowhere else. It's right by my office. It's in on Park Lane, which Park Lane means so much to me to bring anything to Park Lane. You know what I'm saying? People know the location from last year because they went to my house and we had over 400 people there. Let's do over 1,000 people there. We know people are gonna come see a couple artists and leave. Let's get 1,000 people, man. Even if we, you know what I'm saying, have people waiting outside and everything, talking to each other. As long as everybody can, get in and conjugate together and man talk about how we could go forward. Because South Carolina's hot right now. Let the people see who you are. Thank you.